Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life, where I'm not terrible at managing money, but I'm definitely not the best or even good at it yet either. But with today's video, we're going to go over my April 2026 monthly spending. So if you like the type of video, please stick around, please like and subscribe, or we're going to go ahead and get started. So here is my overall 2026 spending plan, which I adjusted in my last video. I'll have that linked below if you're interested. But I adjusted that last video because that was the end of my March, but also the end of my Q1 2026 spending. So, to create my April budget, I usually just go from my last budget and just copy and paste, but I changed the template for week 1 through week 4, and I did update the numbers. You see here, previously it was green, but I updated it because before it was only going to row D35 when it should be going to 37. But for for April, I liked February's budget template better, so I'm going to go ahead and make a copy. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to move this ahead of my March budget. I'm going to rename this April 2026 budget. And then I'm going to go ahead and just adjust these numbers. So my work income is going to stay the same, but I'm not going to receive a tax refund anymore. In fact, I will be owing this month. My dad won't be paying anything, and I won't find any money in my Venmo account. I'm also not going to be using a cleaner this month, so I don't have to bring any money over from a sinking fund. Alright, then for my budget, I want to make sure that I stay on track to my spending plan. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. And then I'm going to hit paste, but special, so it's going to be values only. Okay, deleting that note from February. Alright, so this is my budget. I just want to double check. Yep, so here we go. This is my budget. So now I want to edit what was in these columns for my expenses from February. That should no longer be there. So my personal and beauty fund should be $10, so I'm going to delete that. My parking and work will be negative $200, and that is because I will be receiving my reimbursements for my travel, for my work trip, as well as my daily public transit commute. I submitted my travel reimbursement today. There's 3 steps to submitting it. I have to submit it through the online system. I have to submit it to my supervisor to review, and then through email, and I have to submit it to the travel team for their approval as well. I submitted it through the system. However, BART does not show my Clipper transactions, so I can't attach that one receipt. I gathered all of my receipts, but that's the only one that I'm waiting for. I called Clipper earlier today, and they said that they should email it to me directly in a couple of days. So once they do that, I should receive that, but that alone will be $178.89 that will be reimbursed. And then for my public transit, that should be, I think, around $80. I have not yet added that up. Alright, so that is why I have negative 200, because I will still have some spending in my work for my public transit, as well as I have a day work trip later this month. So I'm going to... Okay, so week 1, I think I'm going to spend $5 for travel, public transit, so my bus ticket. Week 2, I think I'm going to spend $10. Okay, week 3 is my trip. So, let's see, I think the BART is now $6.15, so that's $12. Of course, that's going to get reimbursed. But there's always like little extra fees here and there. I think I have to pay for at the park, and parking is $27 and I'll get reimbursed. I'm gonna say $50 for this week, and then $10 for this week, and then I'm thinking that this will be negative $280. Okay, I guess it should be negative $275. Alright. And I'm going to put this in red because although I have my budget here, for something this large, I like to estimate week for week how much I think I need to budget, just in case. Alright, with my renters and car insurance, I did think it raised in the month of March because that's when my premium changes. So $153.22. I think it's $154.19 now. Alright. My utilities. Don't know why. Oh, that 30 was for something else. This should hopefully just be back down to 220. So let's change this to 250. My SMUD electricity bill, this will be $75, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to leave that blank because it'll just be a one-time payment. It won't be split up like how these payments are, but also the $27.14 is a reoccurring payment. So I know it's going to be that much the 4th week, and that's also good for me to know, so that way I make sure I have at least $27.14 in my budget just for this expense alone, but also for others. Alright, my phone, that'll be $72.70 sometime that week. Fine, I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. Household, delete all that. The $25 is for, like, I have to pay for laundry. I don't have free in-unit laundry. I have to take my clothes somewhere to get laundried or washed and dried. And then the fun, this is mainly just miscellaneous. Yeah, basically it's miscellaneous. Alright, my electronics and Wi-Fi, I'm keeping this amount because it's a reoccurring $45-$39 charge that I know what it's going to be. For my gas, I have a quarter of a tank left, so I don't know when I'll get that. Gifts, I am getting my mom something for her birthday, simply because she gets me something every single month. And then if you saw my last video, I accidentally used her credit card to buy my cat something, so I'm getting her something. Alright, for food out, I should probably budget food out each week, so that way I don't spend $20 on one meal, but it's already Wednesday. I did not eat out today, so I don't think I'll eat out this week, but who knows. I'm just going to leave it blank how I normally do. For applied to debt, I don't have anything yet. My applied to debt is now that I have paid off majority of my loans, it's pretty much the same as my minimum payments every single month. But I'm just going to leave it blank. I have this $137.16 that I'm going to keep here. Oh, as well as I'm going to add a new one. So if you watched a previous video, I can't remember which one, but I realized that I was being charged an additional, not additional payment, but a payment that I was not realizing I was being charged during the 4th week of the month. So I'm not going to change that. I'm still going to keep that in, but I'm just going to add that to my week 4 number to make sure that I have at least $84.16 in my account for this reoccurring additional charge. Alright, savings. I'm going to delete that. Car maintenance, I have quite a bit of car maintenance. The $51.99 I'm going to keep in because that's for health insurance or cat insurance. Groceries, I'm going to delete. Health. So I'm going to keep in the now $35 because that's for my chiropractor. Delete this, and the $137.61, that's my gym membership, and I do use it, and I do love my gym. Alright, my rent has not gone up in almost 2 years, so yay. Then my interest payment. And then my taxes get taken out April 11th, I believe, so that's going to be $450. And for some reason it shows I'm over budget by $20.62. Let's see, am I? 52.81 by 281. Okay, something's wrong. Oh, let me try it again. Oh, I budgeted $5,300. Let's see if that's the issue. Oh. So I need to cut $20 from my budget to make sure that I am on par with my estimated income. I'm not going to do that today or this week. I will do that week 2 or week 3 once I see if I get any extra income from a potential job or something else. Or maybe I get more money with a reimbursement, or maybe I have less spending. Oh, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'm going to get that large of a refund. Because it's going to be $180 plus $80. How much is that? That's $260. I would have to get a refund from this as well, and I don't know if I'll get that refund that quick. When's that trip? That's April 14th. So Tuesday, I would have 2.5 weeks to get that approved. That's the only issue, is I'll have 2.5 weeks. Or it won't even be me, it's I have to submit it to a different department to then approve my reimbursement, which it will get approved. I work for that department. I'm saying it like I don't know these people. I know these people, but they're currently understaffed, and there's only 4 of them for my entire department, and there's probably thousands and thousands of people who take public transit, who travel for work, etc., etc. So I need to adjust this number and something else. It's like I could obviously adjust my fund, for instance, but it's going to be more than $25. I could adjust my applied to debt section, but I don't want to. Let's see, where do I have a lot of extra spending left? Car Car maintenance. I really need to maintenance my car though. It's probably gonna have to come out of my gift section actually. Alright, so more than likely, if I am under budget, it'll have to come from my gift section. My mom's birthday is at the end of the month, so I do have time to think about it. So it shows here that I'm over budget, and I know that I'm even more so over budget because of my work expenses. However, I will have to check that 1, 2, 3, let's say week 3. Week 3 I'll have to evaluate that. So I'm just gonna put a note here. That's why I like, even though I love writing down a budget and crossing off things, I love how it's just so much easier to edit on Excel. Well, this is Google Sheets, but still. Alright. So that is going to be it for now. That's my April 2026 budget. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you. I'd love to have you join this financial journey with me, so hit subscribe, click the like, and leave a comment down below if you would like. My next video is going to be out tomorrow, probably tomorrow night as well, as I work all day, but it's going to be the update to my month 3 of my New Year's resolutions, my annual goals. So if you like that type of video, please stick around for that. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.